was started to be written in August, and I never imagined that this would actually happen. So this is pretty cool. It's been a pleasure to work with everyone, and I would rattle off a few jokes right now, but I think there'll be enough of that later. And just hold on to your socks and let's get to it.
That's great. The okay part, I mean, not the super long work days. So, pretty bad traffic.
Andrew, this isn't working.
Andrew, what happened to Andy? And what's not working?
Us, we aren't working.
I couldn't disagree more. I think we have some pretty good back and forth.
That's exactly it, Andrew. Back and forth, back and forth. We're never happy at the same time.
I don't understand.
Andrew, don't do this.
I don't get it. What, have you been seeing other people or something?
Look, I think I found someone that makes me really happy, and you and I just don't have that anymore. Look, think of it this way. I'm setting you free so you can go spread your wings elsewhere.
Look, I can't believe there's someone else. How can you do this to me?
Andrew, not right now.
I don't understand.
It doesn't work like this.
Don't go around acting like some saint when the real problem here is that you didn't love me enough.
Oh, look who's placing the blame here again. I can't say that's new. You're so trapped inside your own personal bubble, you don't even know that you're public. Well, you know what? We're done. You can go your way, and I can go mine. And you know what? You may be right. I may be the problem, but you're the one who I could not love because you know what? How could anyone expect me to love someone like you?
Well, at least I'm not a dirty cheater like someone else at this table.
Classy, Andy. We're classy.
I learned from the best.
Andrew, you're making a scene.
How do you expect me to react when you tell me in a public setting you've been seeing other men?
There may be other men. And you know what else? We're over, and I'm taking the dog.
Becca, no, please, you can't do this.
Yes, I can. It's my dog.
Oh, baby. Get a load of this guy.
Here's your bill, sir.
Where was the moment we needed the most? We kick up the leaves and the magic is lost. And tell me your blue skies fade to gray. And tell me your passion's gone away. And I don't need no care, no. You stand in the line just to hit a new love.
Ian, what is this crap?
Hey, it's not crap. I happen to like it.
You know how much I hate My Little Pony.
This one's a good one, I promise. Just watch.
No. Cartoons are for babies, Ian. I am a man. If you have something to say, just say it.
It doesn't matter. Even if I told you, it wouldn't change anything.
Sue yourself.
Okay, fine, I'll tell you. So everything is going just fine with me and Rebecca, right? We would see each other at least twice a month, and then she started getting distant. So I backed off and I gave her some space. So then yesterday, surprise, surprise, she calls me and tells me to meet her at this sushi restaurant. And being the generous soul that I am, I obliged her, even after she ghosted me.
Andy, I don't see the issue. It sounds like a good thing.
No, Troy, this was not a good thing. She told me at the sushi restaurant that she was seeing other men. She's even taking Rufus.
Will there bring any leftovers?
I knew it. Heck, I called it from the beginning. The nerve of that witch. Do you want me to go beat up her new man? We can make her regret ever dating you.
How about this? Glitter in the air vents. It's everywhere. She'll never get it out. You don't have to commit a felony.
Nah. You gotta be vicious, man. I mean, okay, look. There's plenty of fish in the sea, right? And Rebecca's like maybe a sardine. So you need to focus your energy on something else. Maybe throw a barbecue for your best buds.
When I'm sad, I grab things around the house and make a nice nest and sleep.
Hibernating, viable option. Or hit the gym, fight your inner demons there.
Or maybe
hit the bar, pick up a few chicks. That's what I always do.
I'm good. Not all of us are as loose as
Okay.
you are.
Okay.
maybe, I don't know. Have you thought maybe you don't need a girlfriend? I mean, at least one of us has to be single.
Since when do you have a girlfriend?
Oh, you wouldn't know her. She's a Nigerian princess I met off of social media. Her parents needed money. How could I say no? But we can't be seen in the public eye.
Ian, are you sure you're not being scammed?
What's a scam?
Anyways. Okay, the most important thing is for you to keep your self-love up, okay? You have plenty of things going for you without Rebecca.
Like what?
That one thing that, Ian, I need some help.
Well, you're a heck of a guy, Andy. I mean, you're relatively tall. You're above average in the thinking department. You've got nice hair. I mean, heck, man, if I leaned that way, I'd go for you even if I wasn't desperate.
Okay, buddy.
Come on, Andy, you gotta be a ladies' man, like me and Troy here. I mean, heck, I've gotten 3 numbers on my windshield this week alone.
Ian, were there any dents or scratches accompanying those notes?
Yeah, 3. Speaking of which, I think I might have something to help your problem. There was a flyer along with those notes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Jesse's dinner for the lonely-hearted. Get ready to experience the excitement of the first date you never had.
Let's make a less lonely world together by pairing those who are empty inside and out. Seriously?
If you want to end your romantic suffering, head down to the Campana del Taco this Friday night.
We're not seriously gonna do this, right?
Guess who just got back today? Them wild-eyed boys that had been away haven't changed, had much to say. But man, I still think them cats are crazy. They were asking if you were around, how you was, where you could be found.
I really don't think this is a
Told
good
them you were
idea.
living
I've only
downtown.
been single, and I think I should just be alone for a while.
Maybe you're just destined to be alone.
Okay, that's not fair. I could get a girl anytime I wanted. Besides, none of these chicks here meet my standards.
You can't be serious. Okay, look, you're gonna be fine. We're gonna be with you the whole time. I mean, check out that girl. Look at those curves, those shoes, those jeans, that shockingly familiar head of hair.
Oh, she's smoking. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, how breathtaking can you be? No.
What?
That's my ex.
Oh, I didn't know you actually ever dated anymore.
That is besides the point. Okay, look, we dated in college, and things went kind of sideways. Yeah, she's crazy, and not to like say she's crazy so you sound better crazy. She's actually insane. You gotta help me. She can't see me. I can't let her see me. I'll protect you. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
No, you're all good. I'm such a klutz.
Don't worry about it.
I'm Jessie. I'm the one running this thing. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you all have a great time.
Okay, now she's hot.
She's running in Bozo. You can't go after her.
Plus, she's out of your league. Me, on the other hand.
Okay, no. We had a connection.
You shook hands. I wouldn't exactly call that a connection.
Whatever.
Okay, so it's about time we get started, so here's how it's gonna work. There'll be 3 rounds of dating with another single, and after each round, one person will move on over to the next table. Now, without further ado, let's get started!
Hey there, big boy.
Andrew.
Amelia. You know, you can tell a lot about a man's grip.
Should I be worried?
Maybe.
Okay, what were you doing before this? You seem out of breath.
Right. Sorry about the aroma, by the way. I just went for a run. Man, I wish I had a change of clothes. Chafing is a pain, I kid you not. What's even worse is I've got it in all the worst places. The thighs, the armpits, the...
I wouldn't know the feeling. I'm more of an indoor cat myself.
I shut in. So, is this all the food they have? Do you think they might have chicken fajitas? They better have fajitas.
No, I don't think they have chicken fajitas. I'm pretty sure it's just table appetizers.
How cheap. So, Drew, what do you
It's
like to...
actually never mind. So, I mean, I don't know. Guess I'll get started. I like to play pool, I like to read, I like to make little animations in my spare time. I'm currently at university studying to get my law degree.
Well, I'm somewhat of a fitness junkie, and I love the outdoors. This could work. I could fix you. You'll be my new little project. One time skinny dipping, and you'll be set.
I am really busy with law school, so I don't think I have time.
Well, I'm not trying desperately to hold on to my college years, so I'm done with school already. But I wouldn't mind expanding my education.
I think you learned enough in college. I wouldn't hold on to those years if I were you.
Okay, guys, that's it for the first round. Now, let's head on over to your next stage.
Wow, it was so nice to meet you, but I've got to go.
Hey, wait, what about the skinny dipping?
Hi, I'm Andrew.
Glad to meet you. I'm Charlotte. How was your last date?
Interesting, to say the least, but to say it went well would be going too far.
Can't say mine went too well either. What are the chances I get paired up with my ex, huh?
Crazy!
All right, let's get started. Give me your palm.
Why?
I'm gonna read you. I need to know what I'm getting into before I even think of a relationship.
Will it hurt?
No. All right. Sweaty palms. There we go.
Oh my god, what?
Did you recently get out of a relationship?
Yeah, how did you know?
It's a talent.
What else? Can you tell me when I'll get married?
I think I have something for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, is it 2 years? 10? 15?
I really don't think you want me to answer that. Let's talk about something else. When were you born?
April 26, 1995.
Oh.
What, is it bad?
I don't like to throw the term bad around, so let's just say unfortunate. First off, you're a Taurus.
What?
I should have known you're uncultured. So basically, there's a zodiac belt in the sky that corresponds to the path of the sun along the celestial sphere.
Pardon?
Okay, then I'll dumb it down for you. There are different periods of time in each year that correspond to signs and constellations, and the people born during these time periods all share similar personality traits. You're a Taurus because you were born in late April. And the second issue is that you're a year of the pig. And now the combination of being a Taurus and a year of the pig, well, it makes you a pushover.
What? That's ridiculous.
You try too hard to accommodate others, and yet you're characteristically stubborn.
I can't think of a single time I've done that.
Well, it sure is a shame.
So what now?
Well, I'm a Sagittarius.
Such a what now?
We aren't compatible. Since we could never be together in a million years, how about we discuss the breakup? So, Andy, where do you think it all went wrong?
I mean, now that I think about it, I can't think of a single time it was right. So I guess I'm just at the point of trying to figure out what exactly was wrong.
Classic Taurus. Can't seem to figure out their own faults. To be honest, you really shouldn't be getting back into the dating pool until you've done some self-reflection.
Wait a minute. It was me. Damn it, I can't think of a single time I ever had a real conversation with her about what we were. I was so afraid of messing it up, and I guess I ruined it anyway.
Well, how did it end?
We met up at the sushi place, and she told me she was seeing other guys.
Well, with my ex, Troy, he was an insensitive jerk. He hardly ever talked to me. He gave out my crystals as party favors. He cheated on me with every Delta Mu girl there was. And his toenails, they were so long, they clacked on the floor when he walked.
I've actually noticed that.
And get this, on our 1-year anniversary, he told me that since it had been a year already, he wanted to try someone new. And he did.
Okay, well, what about you?
What do you mean?
What do you think you did wrong?
I never did anything wrong. Well, besides dating a Gemini.
And that's it for the third round. Let's head on, or second round, sorry. Let's head on over to the third round right now.
Good luck on your self-discovery.
Yeah, right back at you. No kidding. Hi, Andrew.
Courtney,
So, what do you like to do in your free time?
I'm a busy woman, not a child. I don't have free time.
Okay, then what's your job?
I work in public relations.
That's perfect for you.
I know.
Okay.
What do you do for work?
Oh, I'm currently at university studying to become a lawyer.
You could have just said you're unemployed.
Okay, well, that wouldn't be entirely accurate. I'm floating between jobs and working towards furthering my education.
Emphasis on future lawyer. You can't put future lawyer on a job application. It's practically made up.
Okay, what was the last book you read?
Like I said, busy woman, and I don't have time to read.
Okay, fine. What do you like?
I'm not having this conversation with the floater. Look, I'm too good for you. And don't get your hopes up, because I'm not going to settle. Lady, over here.
Yes, is there a problem?
Yeah, this pairing is a waste of my time. Is there any way we could end this, maybe move on to the next round?
I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do. You see, we only have the restaurant booked for a certain amount of time, and everyone's already paired up.
How convenient for you. This is wasting my time.
I couldn't agree more. Hey, wait up.
Yes, is everything okay?
Oh, yeah, everything's fine. I wanted to talk.
Sounds good to me. So, how did your dates go?
Well, I can't say they went well, but it's nothing to worry about. So I just wanted to ask you, what made you want to do these things? No judgment, it's kind of odd.
That's a good question. You know, I can't say I've ever really thought about it before. But if I had to say, I think it'd be because I believe in fairy tales, as crazy as that sounds. I sincerely believe in true love. I just think that the world is so big that we need a little touch. We want to find that love. And there's nothing wrong with wanting an extra touch.
Wow, making me feel like a narcissist, but that's cute. I can't say that I've thought about that before.
Oh, sorry about that last day, by the way. You know, if it makes you feel any better, she comes back all the time. I can never seem to find someone who can stand her.
Isn't it bad that that does actually make me feel a lot better?
Not in my opinion.
That's all I needed to hear. I'm Andy, by the way. I may not have had that spark on those dates, but I did get the extra push you were talking about.
So, Andy, What are you gonna do with that extra push?
Well, I'm gonna ask you. Do you want to go out and get some coffee sometime?
I'd love to. Sunday?
Oh yeah, really? Sunday, noon? Sunday, noon. Got it.
Guess what, guys? I got back together with Charlotte!
That's great, Troy. Just do not bring her around the house.
Don't worry, I learned my lesson last time.
So, Troy, you and Charlotte, do you seem like you guys are going to be endgames? Pretty serious?
Ian, I wouldn't worry. I bet they're through by the end of the week.
I'm not worried. Okay, at least I have someone to break up with.
Ooh, burn.
So, how did your guys' dates go? Okay.
Oh, no. Okay. The dates themselves were bad, but Charlotte and I got back together, remember?
That's really cute. Okay.
Well, how did you do? You stud! How many times did you pop? Tell me.
Okay, I can't say that any of the dates really had that spark, but I think it'll work out just fine.
I'm sorry, Betty. Better luck next time.
You know, maybe there won't need to be next time. Yes.
Okay. Hey guys. So my name is Casey Day. I'm a sophomore here. And okay, full disclosure, I lost my phone, which had my notes for this. So we are going to go off the book. Oh my god, it is! Oh my god. Okay, you guys. So basically, I wrote this play called Till Death Do Us Part. And basically, I actually only wrote it in like early January. This is not like the original piece I wrote at the beginning of the year. And okay, I don't want to spoil anything. So basically, some of like the common like themes and stuff in this is trying to like re-figure out who you are and like take back like this memory. And the characters are kind of like falling back in love with each other, because the entire thing is that like they reunite after death. One of them died young and the other died old, so they've been like 80 years apart without each other. And so it kind of talks about like cherishing your loved ones and learning to be vulnerable and offering like forgiveness for past traumas, and like helping turn those like feelings of like abandonment into those of love and security. And I just want to say thank you to my lovely 4-person cast for being with me. They are absolutely amazing. And for Amelia doing makeup, and Maggie, who has been by me the entire time doing stage management. All those lovely people on crew as well. We thank you so much for all of the lighting and everything. And yeah, and for the lovely choreographers, I don't think they're here right now, but it was Gabby McGillis and Natalia Cerda and Monica Galileo and Claire Shelfa. Sorry. So yeah, we're about to get started, and also I want to say that the name of this lovely bench, we had a vote on the Google Classroom. It has been named Bench Volio. Okay, without further ado, I present Till Death Do Us Part.
Are you okay?
No.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
Am I familiar to you?
Sure.
I missed you.
Did you now?
Drop the act.
I'm not acting.
Please.
Tell me the seconds that you have withered among the gray and shadows, soaked in the darkness of passing. The underworld of sorts.
I'm not there yet.
Yet. I'm not sad to be here.
I'm not in any pain. Not such that makes my bones ache, that leaks a stream of red from my chest. I have been awaiting your arrival, holding on to the hope of your sunshine, your mellow smile. I do not remember the heat, how she feels on my hollow bones. I do not envy those who burn from her, but I miss her drape of golden rays, clothing humanity from above. I do yearn for the happiness, the drug from depression she brought. You were my drug, and I was dragged, kidnapped away from my medication.
I missed you, dearest one. I'm sorry you were alone. Might you confess the time? For I cannot recall when it was you. When you left me for the road and often taken so young.
I did not take it by choice. Still, I should have said goodbye. I will not do such a harsh act again. I promise you a goodbye, love.
Not now, darling, please, the time.
We have plenty. I had plenty. Plenty of people came and left, but I was here. In a daze, in pain, for life. A suffocating silence consumed me, and I let go. I cannot recall when I stepped foot inside. The first hour of my journey blurs together, for day and night do not exist, dark nor light, heaven nor hell, but rather a pathway, an in-between, a fork in the road where the fate is a path already decided. I would not care to know the number of hours my soul has waited. For you.
I just arrived.
My dear, I would not leave this bench until I found you crossing over. For every minute since my departure, I have rested in this place, both dreading and hoping you'd be here next to me, to greet my melancholy skeleton once again. Only today did you come. Only today was I not alone.
Don't you hurt? Perhaps yearn to feel green and cold and wet, to see blue upon on the horizon stretching for miles at a time. A yellow breaking at dawn, and even a midnight indigo when we would rest our eyes. I do not like it here. It is cray.
I do not remember color like I once did.
Well, nothing lasts forever. Not life, nor love. I miss being able to feel. Hot and cold are merely objects of the mind, a vile game of sorts. It is lonely here, lonelier than I have ever been.
Is that so? Is that truly how you feel?
Nothing can compare to after. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to dig up scars, pick them so they bleed.
Of course.
I know your loneliness. It does not measure mine. I would hold your hand for 1,000 years to make up for it.
Hold it for 1001 then. All right. Okay. When stripped of everything I knew and was, you were the only thing that remained. Never, not once would I leave you if it pained you to let me go.
That is why I did not let you go. Never. Not once. Even though I was to face the cruel world once full of hatred. For me. For us. Without you.
Is that so? I'm turning to dust. I can feel it. He is coming and it is fading.
Darling, what is?
He comes like an east wind, brushes against my skull, my barren skull. Why, it used to be soft. Do you remember?
I remember. I felt it. I have never felt not anything softer, nothing warmer than you. You're, I can't recall, but it was you. You were soft and warm.
My dear, does it pain you so to recall my burden on your lost life?
I will not lie. Yes, it does very much.
I'm sorry.
You did not ask for it. You were strong. I was the weak one.
I still care.
You do. I do. Even though the night has grown dim, the chorus plays lament, a requiem for your soul and yours. Yours first.
Are you scared of what comes next? No. I need a change of scenery. Been here too long. I just don't know. Was it wrong?
Was what wrong?
Oh.
No. You'll be okay. We're a good person.
Does that matter to them? They never believed so before. Never cared. Much less loved me. Not when they knew what I was. They were disgusted by me, and I hated myself for it. They never, ever. Why can't I just?
It's okay.
They never.
You're safe.
Just escaped.
I know, dear. But you left a world different from mine.
So you preferred it? Was it better without me?
Don't be coy.
It's hard to think of you moving on without me when you were the only thing that kept me here from drifting away to nothing at all. It got better. Did it?
Yes.
Were you okay?
Yes. I wish we could be hand in hand for real.
Is this not real?
It's not the same.
But it's all I have left. Of you, of everything.
You'll be at peace soon.
And if I burn instead?
We'll burn together.
That's not so bad. I'd rather an eternity of hell than nothing at all. I pity those who wait for no one, and no one waits for them.
I'm here now.
Was I too late? I'm glad you were. I'll be there till the stars don't shine, till the heavens burst and the words don't rhyme. I know when I die, you'll be on my mind, and I'll always.
That was a classic.
Would you like to, or may I have this dance?
Just like old times.
Must be. For also a dance with death, I suppose.
Just like old times.
Something in the way you bloom, soft cries, subtly scratched and skewed, lullabies and afternoon. You've passed, withering fast, confused, but I know it's a mistake, falling in love to make a friend say, disgrace, give me a break, trying to die happy someday. Never, never gonna stay, know what it costs, how would I pay? Please just take me a break, hiding away. Something in the way we move, camouflaged, everyone hides in twos. On a rush, go chase the groove. It's a rat's race, always afraid to lose. But I know it's a mistake, falling in love to make a friend say, disgrace, give me a break, trying to die happy someday. Never, never gonna stay, know what it costs, how would I pay? Please just take me a break, hiding away.
Just the dream. That was not just a classic. That was our song. I loved you. I loved you too. Charlie? And then goodbye. Goodbye.
Faster than a bolt of lightning, the speed of a Japanese bullet train. And you know, it's always trying to stay away. Oh, but darling, running ain't enough to escape from the monsters in my brain. Say I'm quiet most of the time. If only you knew what's going on in my
Jeez, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? We're precisely on schedule. Ava should be waking up right about now. Food.
Do you think that Mom and Dad have been acting different recently?
Sit down, you're messing up the schedule. Okay, whatever. Alrighty, folks, here we are with another day ahead of us. Airways look clear and there isn't a cloud in the sky.
Good morning. Off to school soon?
Oh, do we have to go? I was just thinking of a new song that could make. Actually, I was thinking of making a whole musical. What do you say? We make Disney's Journey to Atlantis a Broadway production. Yeah. Damn. Some people just don't know greatness when they see it. I have art class today, and we're working on a new project. My teacher said she'd also help me look at art colleges after school.
You need to get your grades up. I'm not paying for some art college.
Right.
So, tell me more about that art project, hon.
Why does it feel so weird in here now?
Doesn't feel weird to me.
No, it's like. We'll talk about it later. I'll tell you later. I gotta go.
Oh, okay. What time do you think you'll be home?
I'll text you.
Look at all the lovely things. Look at all the lovely people. Look at all the lovely people. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in a church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people.
Did Dad not want to hear about our project?
Shh, work time. I bet they're just worried about our grades. Fortunately, we haven't been doing as well as we'd hoped.
Well, I'm doing work, aren't I?
Yes, but is it the standard? You misspelled the word necessary. Your input isn't necessary. Can't focus with your foot tapping. Red, hello? Sorry? Can you focus? Yeah. Sorry.
And so like I was telling the bio teacher, like I think I should like at least get like some sort of credit, and like because I did the whole thing right, and then he's like, oh, but you put all that answers wrong. And I'm like, oh, but I still did it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Ava, how's art class going? Ava.
Yeah, it's good.
Hey, Miss Artist, what are we working on now?
Well, it doesn't sound like it. Is it too loud in here? Do you want to step outside for a moment? Ava, I remember your therapist told you to leave the room when things got too much.
Yes, please, Sawyer, my savior. Give me the controller. Well, no. I don't want to talk about it. We're fine. I don't feel fine. Please, what do we say about feelings? Sawyer and Leia don't think we're fine. Leia has only said one thing to us since we've gotten here. Lou, Leia quieted down the whole table because she knows it can be overstimulating.
Hey, sorry they're treating you like a baby, but if you need to, we can leave.
Whatever. Feelings don't make sense. I said we're fine, so we're fine. That's not how that works. You can't process emotions critically. You have to be honest.
Well, honestly, I'm feeling fine.
But that's not how... Fine. Tired, I guess.
Well, if you need to talk, I'm here for you. Staying here is fine too. Whatever you need.
Look, a perfect opportunity to say what we're feeling. No, we can't contradict ourselves. And besides, Sawyer will think we're stupid. Sawyer would never think we're stupid. They're one of our best friends. And Leia... I said no. You're not the boss. I get to contribute too. Yeah, well, there's a time and a place. This is the time and place. They literally just asked. Stop arguing with me. You aren't making sense. You aren't making sense. That's ridiculous. I am making sense. I'm fine.
Whoa, Ava, you can't talk to me like that. I can tell when something's happening with you. Just trying to help.
What did you do? What did I do? What did you do?
Whatever, Ava, just come to me when you're ready.
Sawyer.
Hey, don't worry about them. Let's talk about something else.
Oh, like remember when? It's fine. I said it was fine. I'm fine.
Falling, I was just a little boy. Don't blame me, don't call her, wasn't ready for it all. You can't let me, darling, not even a little bit. I was away, and I'm just...
Red should be here by now. I need to talk to her about punctuality. Why can't I do this? It's because Red isn't here. Whatever. I can do art all by myself. You can't have art without reason. Wait, no. Whatever. Ava's a good artist, and I'm a part of her, so that has to count for something? I can do Red's job. I like to see the look on their face now. Emotions have no place in art. Huh, I'm a genius. Ava, I can get us into an art college easy. Hey, Red! I'm fine. Oh. What do you know, Miss? I have a PhD in art design.
I carry the time we don't talk in a backpack. Leave it on the side with the nights you didn't call me back. And all the ideas and the hope I'd never ask you for, I'll throw them away, it's okay without us. God, I swore I wouldn't play the age-old game. Yeah, I watched you ask all your lovers, rolling your eyes to the backs of your heads. Surely you know to close them instead. Cool girl, will be different. I'll be quiet, oh so easy. Cool girl, will be different. I'll be quiet, oh so easy.
Hey Mom, hey Dad, I'm home. Just gonna grab something for dinner tonight. You don't have to cook anything.
Yeah, that's fine. Can we talk?
Is it quick? I have a lot of homework to do.
Ava,
Sorry, I'm tired. Keeping this conversation way too morning.
Ava, you
Yes,
can't just...
I know, I have to get my grades
Ava!
up, but...
Your father and I don't know how to say this. Well, we've been going through a tough time.
Mom, where's Dad?
Well, see, he's
He's what? Work trip? Car crash? Hospital? Is he? When will he be home?
he's not coming home, Ava.
Ren!
Ava! You always leave me to do the hard stuff, huh, Thomas?
Ren! Stop being lazy. I haven't seen you for days. Come on, you need to come back and help Ava. You're being childish.
Well, you're not being childish.
What kind of a comeback is that?
You're handling her like an adult. Ava's still a kid. She's still in high school. She's still a teenager with her undeveloped brain and emotions. She can't handle things the way you want her to. Actually, I'd say you're being childish, thinking she can function without me.
Well, she's functioning. Okay. I can tell that you're feeling a lot right now, but Ava can't feel anything if you're not there.
So you admit that I do something.
Well, I never said you should contribute. I just said that sometimes your contributions are unnecessary. No. Not helpful. Unprompted.
Yeah, you're really making me want to go back.
I get being sarcastic, but there's a time and place for your contributions, like I said, and this is the time. So please, for Ava.
Okay, fine. But only because of Ava. Not because I know you need me.
Hey, wait!
Things have been weird between us since lunch a few days ago. I'm here for you if you need to talk.
At school, it's better than nothing and I'll take it. Yeah, I actually really like that.
The choir room should be empty for lunch. Let's go for a bit of privacy.
What if they laugh? I mean, we don't really know what's going on, and what if we're just making it seem worse than it actually is? Oh my god, what if we're doing this just for attention? Okay, maybe we should.
What's going on, Ava?
My parents, they're not doing too good. My dad, he left, and I think they're getting a divorce. My grades are failing, and my art sucks. And I just feel like my mind is working against me.
Ava, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I know it's a lot.
Well, I'm glad to know why you've been acting differently. I thought I did something at first.
Please, Sawyer, no, you're great.
Well, I can't help directly with your parents, but I can help with your grades. Why don't you come over for the next few nights and we can be little study buddies?
I'd like that.
Let's stay in here for the rest of lunch. Our group is being loud.
What did Leia do this time?
She didn't do anything.
Please, you always say they're being too loud as an excuse not to hang out with them.
Don't even get me started.
So, that's that? Yeah. Ava will just hang out with Sawyer for the rest of lunch. Let her have a bit of peace. She deserves it. But why are they still not talking about it? It's hard to talk about, Blue. She's coping by hanging out with Sawyer. I think that's the best we can do for her right now. Unless you want to keep talking about it? No. Not really. I hope you know this isn't the last time we're going to talk about it. Yeah, I know. She can't ignore her feelings and repress me anymore. You bring a lot to the table, but so do I. We can't have one without the other, so let me do my job. Blue? I'm fine. Take your time. I need to clutch my thoughts.
Leia's been acting weird lately.
How so?
I don't know. I think she might be going through something, but I feel like she's taking out all her anger on us.
Us?
Yeah, she's been talking badly about the two of us and how we've been distant. I mean, I know we haven't been sitting with them at lunch recently, but I feel like she's taking all of it out on us.
Has she said anything about what's going on with her brother?
Nothing else, but it's probably why she's acting like this.
I hope she's okay. I feel bad.
Why?
It's just I'm the reason we haven't been able to sit with them at lunch. I've needed a break from the crowds. It's all too much right now.
Yeah, and that's perfectly understandable. And I bet if she knew that, this wouldn't be happening. She's still our friend.
Yeah.
How convenient for the plot. It's Leia.
Maybe you can try to clear things up with her, and you can tell her about what's going on.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
mean?
I'm just surprised you even asked me that, considering I haven't seen you at all this entire week. We don't seem to have a problem seeing Ava, though.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's nothing personal.
But isn't it?
What?
Oh, please, Sawyer, do you think I'm that stupid? I can tell when I'm not wanted. I know you and Ava have been trying to get rid of me. The two of you ghosted me after I told you about my brother, and then you try to say it's not personal?
Leia, that's not what's happening. Ava's been dealing with a lot right now, and I'm trying to help her through it. And you know that crowds are overstimulating for her.
Yeah, well, I'm not a crowd.
You're not going to use that against her. Come on, that's so low.
I'm not! And stop acting surprised that I feel like you're both leaving me.
I'm not surprised. You're just not listening to me.
Why didn't Ava come to me with a problem? Why didn't you loop me in? Why are you both ignoring me? Why is it suddenly you two against the whole world? Why is it suddenly you two against me?
Well, you're not exactly demonstrating that you're the right person to help with this. You just said that you were going through stuff with your brother. Are you really going to pretend that you're
What about me, Sawyer? What if I need support right now? Have either of you even thought about me in the past week? What if I need help from my best friends, but they're so self-involved that they don't even bother letting me know that something else is happening until I ask? What am I supposed to do then?
Okay, I can tell this isn't the best time for you. Just call me back when you feel better.
Oh, look at Sawyer taking the high road. You're arrogant! Stop acting like you're more put together than me!
You can't talk to me like that. And besides, we've barely talked to you all this week.
Exactly! Don't even bother forcing yourself to be friends with me anymore. Again.
Leia? Hello? Leia?
I kinda wanna put my phone across the room, 'cause all I see are girls too good to be true. With paper white teeth and perfect bodies, wish I didn't care. I know that beauty is not my life, but it feels like that weight is on my back, and I can't let it go. Cold comparison is killing me slowly. I think
So she just hung up?
Yeah, she called me arrogant and then said, don't even bother forcing yourself to be friends with me anymore. Something like that.
This is my fault, isn't it?
No, Ava, it's not. She had no right to say that. I'd just give her a few days for her to come around. I just think she needs a moment to herself.
So I just can't talk to Leia.
No, Ava, that's not what I meant. I just think she needs some space.
But that's what got us into this. Oh, don't patronize me. I'm not, I just thought you'd be reacting like this. Oh yeah, like it'd be totally fine with losing another one of my constants. First, we can't talk to mom or dad, and now Leia?
Mom's still home and we can always text Dad.
Dad hasn't texted or called all week. What if he doesn't want to talk to us? And mom, we haven't been home. She's gonna be furious.
Okay, Red, one thing at a time.
No, you don't get to say that to me. You left me too. Look, I know you think I'm being irrational, but it just feels like everyone keeps leaving, and I don't know if I can handle it anymore.
How can I help? Do you want me to drive for a while? Thank you, sir.
Of course.
It's just a lot of people are leaving right now, and I feel like a lot of my constants aren't constants anymore.
Yeah, too much has happened this week. But I'm always there for you. Unless my mom takes my phone away.
You need to stop sneaking out, Sawyer.
Please, you sound just like her. Besides, she just does that when she's angry sometimes. No real reason.
Do you want to talk about it?
Nah, it's okay. I have a meeting with my counselor later where I plan to trauma dump. Which reminds me, you really need to set up an appointment with your counselor.
What? Okay, yeah, I know.
Oh, are you staying over tonight?
I think I might go home tonight.
we drive through the woods, rich neighborhoods to watch
joked as we looked that they were too good for us. 'Cause socially speaking, we were the same.
We can't do this. Mom's gonna be furious that we've been gone and that we have been ignoring her.
Maybe, but I think the longer we wait, the harder it'll be.
We've already waited too long.
I don't think we have.
Why did you decide to come back all of a sudden anyway? So you think that we waited too long and now you plan to beg on our hands and knees to Mom so we can still live here?
Boom. Right. I was just thinking about what you said that one time about Constance, and I thought it might be the best if you do your processing in a familiar space.
You care about that? Since when have you
I'm
ever-
trying. Right.
I think I want to go inside now.
Me too.
You're gonna lead her inside and you're gonna hand the controller to me when we see Mom.
Okay. You're the boss.
Ava, is that you?
Give me a second.
Yeah, it's me.
Ava, can we talk for a second? I want you to know that. No, you go.
I know that I've been gone for days, and I haven't talked to you or Dad since you told me what was happening. I feel bad, and I should have been here, but I just couldn't bring myself to come home. I've been staying at Sawyer's, and they've been helping me with homework. And then stuff happened with Leia, and I was scared you'd be mad at me because I wasn't responding. And I guess I was scared, and I still am. I'm sorry.
I don't blame you.
What?
Please, no. I would have done the same thing if I was your age.
So you're not mad?
Of course not. I'm just worried because you usually come to me, but I'm not mad. I understand.
Is there something wrong? How can I fix it? No, this is good. Sorry about that. So, Dad?
Your father got a new place, and we decided that it would be best if we got a divorce. I doubt he texted you.
No, he hasn't.
I'm sorry, baby. Give him time. Reach out to him when you're ready, okay? You get to decide what you want to do.
What if?
No what ifs. I'll make sure of it. How about you go to bed? Seems like you had a long day.
Yeah, I will.
I think I'm prone to getting blinded when it's bright. Well, this December I'll remember. Want you to see it when I do. Ooh, God knows I do. Only in my darkest moments can I see the light. I think I'm prone to getting blinded when it's bright. Well, this December I'll remember. Want you to see it when I do. Ooh.
Wakey, wakey!
Red, please.
Yes, Slay King, we need to keep up with the routine. Are you even speaking English right now? I was just thinking we should keep up with the schedule you made last week. It might help with Ava's Constance.
Please, that claim is foolproof.
Okay, whatever.
Morning. Oh, the report card got in. I am so proud of you. See, your grade for art is wonderful, and your teacher left such a nice note.
Thanks, Mom.
All right, run along. Get to school. Stop making my house dirty.
What do you mean? Oh, look at the time. I gotta go and get my education. Love you. Bye.
What, Ava?
How are you doing?
Better.
I'm glad. I'm gonna try to talk to Leia today. We were texting last night and we agreed that we both caught each other at a rough time. I think we're gonna try to talk at lunch. I don't know, man, I just want to be friends again. I just think she needs a little reassurance.
Me too.
Oh, I like this one. What are you going to call it?
Purple.
Sounds like fun. Video games, you pass me a note. Sleeping intense, it's nice to have a friend. It's nice to have a friend.
Euphema, Charles, you here, and Lisette, you. Gotta take this one. So fun. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, never mind. I can't count. Alrighty. So, small disclaimer. The trigger warnings for this show, there are mentions of murder, sexual assault, and kidnapping and drugging. So, Yeah, so this is a murder mystery. So you're gonna have to, if you've ever seen an episode of Criminal Minds, you find that you actually have to like laser focus, and because this is a reading, because we're not like being physically active, well, as physically active as we can be sitting down, it is kind of like attention soaking. So there's a lot of details. Try not to miss them. There's a quiz after. So, all right, without further ado, this, excuse me, this is Of Suburbia Sediment by me.
Interior library day. A young man, Andy West, sits at his desk, hard at work, glancing over a manila folder. We see a red stamp, cold, in the corner, and on the front, big blocky letters read, Finn Alcott. The man checks his computer. There is an update. He is deeply surprised by whatever he sees before he is excited. He jumps, collects his belongings in a hurry, and exits, leaving behind papers and an empty coffee cup. Interior home office day. An older man, 30, Tristan Doyle, sits at his desk in his home office. There is classical music playing from a small portable radio on the desk. Tristan is similarly looking over the same folder as Andy previously. He reads something new and positively groans in dismay. Immediately, the phone rings.
You're kidding.
Nope, sorry, son. Look, I'm not touching this one with a 10-foot pole. And even if I wanted to, which I don't, I'd be of no use.
You're kidding.
Wish I was. You're the best one I got.
I'm the only one you got.
That too. But kid, listen. I think you could do some real good here. Give those folks peace of mind. Just give it a shot.
It's cold. The scene's been tampered with. Not to mention it was 28 years ago, so the time deterioration alone would make it almost impossible.
Impossible for most, not you.
Kidnappings are best solved while still hot.
Well, lucky for you, the kid was also murdered. You thrive with those.
Don't sound too excited. Fine.
Go on, kid. Show 'em what you can do.
Yes, sir.
Tristan hangs up and shoves the photo inside the file and packs his things. He picks up the phone and uses his shoulder to hold it while compiling his stuff. He is calling his mom. She immediately picks up. Euphemia Doyle appears on the stage where Roger was during their phone call.
Tristan, honey, what's wrong?
I'm being set on a case. I'll do my best to wrap it up before then, but I might be a little late for dinner.
Don't worry about it, honey. Just keep me updated. You know that Roger is sending you on a lot of cases. You feel all right, honey? Don't feel pressured or overworked, do you?
Yes, Mom, I'm fine.
What's the case about that they have you out so late anyway?
Now, Mother, you know I can't tell you that. Roger would have my head.
Oh, yes, I get it. I just wish I could understand what pulls you away so often, but oh, fine.
Don't worry, Mom. I'll be fine. It's just a cold case from the 80s. Kidnapped kid.
Oh, poor thing. Was he ever found?
Mom.
Oh, well, you can't just tell me that. I'm not asking for details, Tristan. Was he found?
No, Mom, he wasn't.
Well, I wish I could say I was surprised. It's a scary world out there. How are the parents? Losing a child is the worst thing that could happen to a mother.
Mom, you're getting dangerously close to the asking for details zone.
Oh, all right, I get it. I just worry about you. Being surrounded by all this doom and gloom all the time, it can't be healthy.
Don't worry, Mom. I'm fine. Mom.
Okay, I get it. Always society's little helper.
Thanks, Mom. Look, I have to go to Greenville to check on the crime scene, so I have to go. Say hi to Dad for me. I'll see you Saturday.
Yes, of course. See you then.
Lights fade on Euphemia as Tristan hangs up the phone. He looks slightly hesitant as he thinks he's hurt her feelings, but knowing her, she'll probably call him later. He picks up his things and exits. Exterior Greenville Apartments day. Tristan confidently peers around the front of the complex. Children are playing on the front lawn, a daycare across the street. The apartments mainly host small families and the elderly. He walks through the door into the lobby. A front desk attendant, a young, tired teen, offers a helping hand.
Can I help you?
Yes, actually, my name is Tristan Doyle. I called ahead to review the crime scene of the late Finn Alcott.
Oh, you're that private investigator they were talking about.
They?
Yeah, everyone's really close here. Someone's business is everyone's business. This old case, and you, are the talk of the building again.
Well, I'm here to check out apartment 203.
From across the room, there is a stir. The front door is thrown open, and in walks Andy West, the man from the first scene. He is just as disorganized as the last time we saw him. There's a large coffee stain on his shirt.
Sorry, sir, I'll be with you in just a moment.
Oh, no, don't worry. I'm with him.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh, my name is Andy West. I'm a student at the university. I'm studying and writing a paper about, well, now your case. You mind if I tag along on the investigation?
Oh, well, actually.
Thanks. You won't regret this. I can help out too. I'm an investigator myself, actually.
Are you?
Well, aspiring.
Well, Andy, is it? This is a closed investigation.
Oh, but it's not. Roger just got back to me with the go-ahead. Something about how you needed friends.
Of course he did.
So you still want to see the room?
Yep.
Yes. Well then, right this way.
All exit. Interior room 203, day. The attendant unlocks the door and lets Tristan and Andy inside. There's a loud creaking sound effect. The room is a mess. It is a 2-bedroom apartment, one for the parents and one for Finn Alcott. There is a nursery, a changing table, and a small desk, all of which are chaotic and messy. Andy is like an excitable dog taking notes on everything Tristan does and says. Tristan notices it and is annoyed.
Well, here it is. You'll have to excuse the mess. It's been unavailable since Henry and Amelia moved out.
Henry and Amelia Alcott. The parents?
The very same. They moved out but still pay the monthly rent to keep the place. Always they couldn't give it up. What if the police needed so? Couldn't bring themselves to live in it though. But, I mean, who can blame them? It may have been like 30 years, but it was their son.
Thank you for your assistance.
Oh, of course. If there's anything either of you need, give me a call.
Tristan is annoyed at her reminder of Andy's existence and smiles tightly. Attendant exits.
Dude, cold-blooded.
Tristan ignores him to get to work. He searches around the child's crib and bed, the floor, the walls. There is a long pause as Andy watches him, notebook ready for analysis. Tristan straightens and sighs.
What?
The mother, Amelia, obviously had a partial psychotic break after finding her son gone.
Yeah, that was in the paper at the time. She almost went insane after she realized. Why? You see something?
It's more of a question of what I don't see. See, psychotic breaks present themselves in different ways. Depression, hallucinations, refusing reality. Mrs. Alcott probably woke up around 4 a.m., roughly the time Finn must have thrown his first fit of the day, as toddlers do to see him gone. She must have processed he was gone, fully leaving the shock phase after she made the phone call to her husband on his business trip at 4:23 a.m. Police responded within 10 minutes of his following phone call, around 5:12, worried about hysteria. This was enough time for her brain to go into overdrive, her temporary psychosis settling in enough for her to taint the crime scene by trying to clean.
Yeah, the research said she fully believed her baby was home, safe in his playpen, and her husband, who was halfway across the country, was taking a nap in the room over. And you got all that from 5 minutes looking around?
Oh yeah.
How?
Well, the calendar hasn't been changed nor updated in 28 years, and the exact date that the Alcott boy was kidnapped is the next day to be crossed off. And it seems Amelia Alcott had prior issues surrounding mental health, given a week ago she was supposed to get her prescriptions refilled, which her husband would have known and warranted his worry about her. And the windows have water streaks on them. She was probably cleaning when the police found her. The rest I just memorized from the file.
Andy furiously scribbled in his tiny notebook.
Damn.
Tristan notices something. He shoots towards the child's bed, climbing on the floor and shoving his head underneath. He slowly raises his gaze to the ceiling.
What is it?
I wonder.
Tristan races over to the open window, slams it shut. Andy's bewildered but enraptured in what he's doing. Tristan sucks in a deep breath.
Ah! Help! Help me! Help me, please!
What the hell? Stop! Someone's gonna call the police!
Exactly.
What?
Tristan points out the window. All the children have run back inside the daycare. Worried teachers come running out, concerned. There's an urgent knock on the door. Tristan spins around, practically gleaming, and opens the door. There's a worried elderly couple.
Good lord, is everything alright in here?
We heard screaming.
Yes, I'll find in here, thank you.
He slams the door in their worried faces. He spins to Andy, who looks concerned for his mental state.
Why didn't anyone hear them?
No one heard anything the night of the abduction. But how? The door's creak alone would have set someone on edge.
And awoken Amelia.
But why didn't it?
Tristan leaps back over to the bed and shoves one end to the side, closer to the wall. He climbs on the bed, getting dirt on the sheets.
See this?
Scratch marks?
Yep.
Tristan moves slightly to reveal an air duct.
They used the vents.
Holy, whoa.
I bet you if we checked inside it, there'd be dents big enough to fit a human.
Tristan jumps off the bed and runs over to the counter to produce a screwdriver. He begins unscrewing the busted vent, only for it to fall right off. They peer inside. Inside the vent are endless scratches, all saying something along the lines of Finn Alcott, Finn Alcott, Finn Alcott, not yet, not yet, not yet, and large tally marks.
They must have watched them for days, learned their routines, calculated when Henry Alcott would have been gone, when the best time to take the child was.
Wait,
He climbs on the bed with Tristan, who makes a displeased face at the invasion of his personal space. Andy notices and hops off the bed, grabbing a nearby chair and standing on it, close to the bed. Andy reaches inside the vent and pricks himself on something. He rapidly takes his arm out.
Let me. You get evidence back from the duffel.
Tristan pulls out 2 small syringes from the vent, grabs the evidence bag from Andy, and pops in the syringes. Suddenly, there's another knock at the door, more timid this time. This time it was Andy who raced to open it, leaving Tristan to inspect the vent.
hi, yes, sorry.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but there have been many noise complaints, and it's policy that I issue a warning as we mainly have young families and elderly living here.
Oh, don't worry about it. We were just leaving.
We were?
You were?
Yes, we were.
Tristan gathers his things neatly but quickly. Andy rushes behind him just as sloppy as ever. Once they are both ready at the door, Tristan pauses just in frame.
Just a quick question, if I may.
Yeah, of course. What is it?
Has this building had any air conditioning problems before?
Oh, for sure. Hasn't worked properly since the 80s. Vents are busted. Why?
No, nothing. Thank you for your time.
Tristan exits calmly, Andy racing behind him. Andy turns and shakes the attendant's hand rapidly.
Yeah, thanks.
He races off, leaving the attendant stumped. She exits the room with a large squeak and locks the door promptly behind her. Exterior, sidewalk outside apartment, sunset. Tristan is far ahead of Andy, looking like a man on a mission. Andy catches up to him, grabbing his arm. Tristan reacts negatively, not liking to be touched.
Don't touch me.
Oh, sorry. Anyways, why did we just leave like that? Wasn't there anything else we could have seen in there?
If memory serves me right, as it often does, wouldn't it be more accurate to say, isn't there anything else I could have seen in there?
If memory serves me right, I found vials.
Syringes, there's a difference.
Oh my god, whatever, dude. What are you, the grammar police?
Private investigator, actually.
You're incorrigible.
Big words for someone who doesn't know the difference between a syringe and a vial.
Turning and starting to walk.
Now, are you coming?
What?
Are you coming?
Where?
Even an aspiring private investigator should know when to get a toxicology report.
Oh. Well, you could have just said so. Fine then. Let's go.
Inside Tristan's pocket, his phone rings. Tristan pulls it out to see that it's Euphemia again. But he is currently on the job, so he silences his phone and puts it back in his pocket. They exit. Interior, toxicology lab, night. The lab is clean and pristine. On stage, there are 2 desks and 1 chair. On one of the desks is a microscope of some kind and a notebook, and on the other are various clicky pens and sheets of paper. Tristan and Andy are talking to a scientist at the door of the lab. What they are saying is indecipherable. The scientist begins to exit. Tristan beelines to the microscope while Andy apologizes for him.
Thanks again.
The scientist exits.
Dude, you have got to learn how to read a room.
And she has to learn when to leave while she's ahead.
She was just trying to be nice.
And I'm trying to solve a case. I guess we both have people who make our jobs harder than they need to be.
I'm reminded that I found the syringes.
Oh good, you're learning.
God, man, no wonder Roger says you need friends.
Roger says a lot of things.
You don't think you do?
I never have. I got this far without them. Why would that stop me now?
You've never had friends.
No.
Siblings?
No.
Parents?
Yes, of course I have parents.
Andy watches as Tristan writes something else down. He starts fiddling with the clicky pens, clicking them over and over and over.
Fine then. Tell me about them.
Why?
We're friends, aren't we?
Tristan doesn't respond.
Fine. Forget I said anything.
Their names are Charles and Euphemia Doyle. They live a city over.
What are they like?
Like any other parents, I guess.
Well, how did nice folks like them get saddled with you then?
Tristan smiles and looks at Andy over the table. They share a moment. Tristan slowly gets back to work, breaking their eye contact.
I don't know.
Oh wow. Hold on. I gotta get this in writing.
He picks up the
Sir,
clicky pen, clicking it one more time and writing, narrating what he is writing and says.
Sir Tristan Doyle, son of Euphemia and Charles Doyle, does not know.
Shut up, I'm working.
We're working.
Sure, whatever makes you feel better. If you want to make yourself useful though, feel free to stop clicking that damn pen.
Oh, sorry. ADHD.
I figured as much.
You figured?
Well, yeah. Your speech patterns and constant fidgeting make it quite obvious.
Well then, you're not as inconspicuous as you'd like to think either.
I don't know what you mean.
Sure. Not like your speech patterns and special interests give anything away either.
Tell me, what do you see?
Well, the way you bounce on the balls of your feet when the social expectation is to stay still suggests ADHD as well, but your lack of understanding of social situations and lack of easy empathy tells me otherwise.
And what does that tell you?
Did you know that there's a lot of overlap between ADHD and autism spectrum disorder?
Yes, I did.
I figured.
You figured?
Yeah.
Interior home office day. It is the next day. Tristan is back home in his home office from the first scene. He's on the phone with Andy, who is on the opposite side of the stage. They are facing the audience but talking to each other.
So, the results of the lab should be in today?
Yes, around noon if I'm correct.
You probably are.
I don't know. Sometimes toxicology results take a while to come back in.
What did you request for anyway?
Well, of course, a DNA evidence examination, but the time corrosion might make it impossible. We'll have to see what they find.
Of course. Anything else?
How did you know?
For every one thing I pick up on, you pick up too. So what is it, Sherlock?
Elementary, my dear Watson. I requested a couple tests of fluothane, astamethynes, Benadryl, glutamic acids, BTA, and naproxen, amongst other things.
Gotta be honest, I understood only a couple of those words.
Various drugs, all with the same outcome. Think chloroform.
Oh. Wait, you think Amelia Alcott was drugged? Chloroformed at that?
Well, not chloroform. Chloroform takes 5 minutes to take effect, and that would have to be a direct form of contact between drug and victim. Amelia would have woken and struggled, and as I so wonderfully pointed out, a struggle would have been heard.
Yeah, and about that, a little warning next time would be nice.
So, there would have had to be a more instantaneous form between contact between the drug and the victim, which explains the syringes.
But there were no laceration marks on Amelia. The bruises on Amelia's forehead were found to be her own during her psychotic break.
True. However, when using any form of knockout drug for optimized and non-lethal results, you must use a vein or a nerve as your injection site. Tell me, Watson, do you know how many nerves are located on top of one's hairline?
A lot?
Understatement. I believe they.
They?
This kidnapping wasn't a one-man job. Actually, I don't think it was a man job at all. Or at least idea, but I'll get to that later.
Beat. Andy is shocked at his knowledge, but honestly not surprised anymore. As Tristan monologues, behind him there are silhouettes acting out the crime as he speaks.
As I was saying, I believe they waited in the vents on opposite sides of the room. They watched their every move, learned their schedules. When was bedtime? When did Finn pitch his first fit of the day? When were they the most vulnerable? Then a golden opportunity was presented to them. Henry Alcott left for business. This was the push and opportunity they needed to make their move. They waited for Amelia and Finn to fall asleep before moving. They climbed out of the vents and drugged Amelia through the nerves on her hairline, ensuring she would stay asleep during the whole endeavor. Then they drugged the little Finn Alcott in the same way.
They drugged the baby?
Babies are sensitive to a mother's touch. If someone unknowns hold them, they will know and pitch a fit. They had to have drugged Finn to make their escape. The drugging and kidnapping had to have been the woman unsub.
The feminine silhouette takes the drugged silhouette baby and the silhouettes exit.
What's an unsub?
Unknown subject.
And how do you know it was a woman?
The emotional nature of the crime. See, crimes where women are involved almost always have an emotional reasoning or treatment of the bodies. Amelia, instead of being bound to her bed or chair and beaten, having to watch her child was taken, was instead just peacefully asleep during the abduction. This lack of sadism suggests it was a woman, probably one who also lost a child. She probably sees herself as a savior to Amelia for not putting her through that.
Savior! They drugged her and kidnapped her child.
Better than the alternative, the male partner, as it's obvious there was one.
The scratch marks.
Exactly. The violent nature of the scratch marks and the size of the damage in the vents definitely suggests a man. He was probably the one to murder the boy.
But why? Why the Alcotts? What set apart this family from the rest?
Don't know.
Oh, I find that hard to believe. Come on, you got nothing?
No, I got nothing.
Both sides defeated despite the leaps and bounds in the case they just took. There is a notification from Tristan's phone. He briefly pulls the phone away from his ear to check it, lighting up as he reads the notification. He pulls the phone back to his ear to talk to Andy.
I take it back. I got something. The results came in. Maybe at Eddie's Cafe and bring your files.
Awesome. See you there.
They both hang up and in unison gather their things. Tristan gets a call on his phone. Thinking it is Andy again, he checks. It's Euphemia. Tristan is a little annoyed as he hangs up. Andy and Tristan exit. Interior, Benny's Cafe, day. Tristan and Andy sit together at a small diner-esque table. Tristan has a small cup of coffee by him and Andy has water. Other than those two items, the table is covered in file folders and loose papers.
I was right, fluid thing. And the hair follicles trace back to Mrs. Amelia Alcott.
Congrats.
Although it's interesting using fluid thing.
Why?
Well, fluid thing is well most known for being a party drug, but this is different. Fluid thing in parties or used in sexual violence crime is typically used in a powdered form, either to cut lines in it or to sprinkle in a drink. This is different as it was used in its liquid form, specifically being used as an injection.
And why do you think that is?
Well, in the 70s, fluid thing was used as an antidepressant and as a PTSD treatment, typically in its liquid form.
Do you think they knew that?
They most certainly did, or at least the woman on some did. If we're going with the theory that she lost a child once and thought of herself as Amelia's savior, she probably purposely chose fluid thing to try to cure Amelia's depression before it started.
So, at least one of them's knowledgeable enough on drugs, but not educated enough to understand that you can't just stop mental illness.
Definitely the woman. She chose a drug that she saw might help Amelia. This means she has access to different types of drugs. Maybe a doctor or a pharmacist.
Pharmacist's my bet. Doctors should at least have a little training in brain function and mental illness. At least enough to know that it doesn't just go away, right?
Well, you gotta remember, there wasn't too much knowledge in general about mental illnesses at the time. It was taboo to even talk about, much less seek help. So maybe she was a doctor or tech and had no mental health training beyond her own depression.
So, what now?
Well, the DNA test came back unidentifiable in regards to unsubs. Time to regression. So the next step would be to visit the supposed murder site up in Alcott. See what we can pick up that police didn't.
What we can pick up on, huh?
It appears that I work best when I can bounce my ideas off someone. And besides, where would we be without you to prick yourself on every piece of evidence we find?
Hey, it's a detection tactic. Hey, what's wrong?
Tristan has received a phone notification. He was initially annoyed before remembering something apparently shocking. He swipes up his coffee and drinks it in one gulp, throws some cash on the table, and starts frantically picking up his things.
Oh shoot, it's my mother. We have a small family dinner every month. I just have to wrap up in the case.
Hey, man, don't worry. I get it. Family comes first.
Andy trails off, staring at Tristan's phone, which has now started to buzz with a call. Andy is staring at the photo ID picture displayed on the phone. He is shocked, his eyes deceiving him. Tristan goes to pick up the phone, but Andy grabs his arm, stopping him. Again, Tristan responds negatively, but not as aggressively. Andy briefly apologizes before reaching again for the phone. This time, Andy doesn't stop him.
What is it?
Tristan picks up the phone and talks to his mother.
Hi, Mom. Yes, I'm still coming to dinner. I might be a little late. Sorry, I got caught up in, the case. Look, I'll be there in an hour, okay? Okay. Yes, all right. I love you too. Okay, see you soon. Okay, bye.
He hangs up. Andy is still in a state of shock. Tristan turns on him.
What was that?
That photo. Let me see that photo.
What?
Tristan, please.
Tristan deliberates before fiddling with the phone. Pulling up the picture again, he hands it to Andy.
Dude, what the hell?
What?
Are you related to the Alcotts at all?
What? No.
Are you sure, man? Because this is uncanny.
What do you mean?
Your mom looks just like Amelia Alcott.
What?
Here.
Andy pulls a page from one of the folders on the table and holds it up to the phone to let Tristan compare.
Oh, shoot.
Are you guys sure you aren't related?
There's no way to be sure. But she's never brought up the Alcotts. If there was a tragedy in the family, at least I know.
No way to be sure? Man, this is so uncanny. You should check your medical records.
Well, that's impossible.
What do you mean?
My family doesn't have medical records until the late 80s.
What? Wouldn't you have already been born?
Of course I was already born.
But you don't have any medical records. Until you were, what, 5, 6?
Yes.
So what, do you not have a birth certificate?
I mean, no.
That's weird, man. Like, actually weird.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people don't have...
No, man! Everyone should have a birth certificate, at least. Much less vaccination records and general medical...
Why does that even matter?
A sudden, scary thought enters his brain. The tables turn. Now he is the one stringing Tristan along instead of the normal opposite. He is serious and concerned.
Tristan, what does your mother do?
She's a pediatrician at the Mary Birch Hospital. What does this have to do?
So she's a doctor with no medical records.
Yes, now if we could just go back...
Tristan. Let me see a picture of your father.
But...
Fine.
Tristan pulls up a picture of his father on his phone, and again, Andy reacts negatively to it. He again picks up another picture of Henry Alcott to compare.
Your parents look identical to the Alcotts.
I don't understand the meaning of this.
While researching which homicide case to write my paper on, I found that there is always a reason why the murderer chooses these victims.
Yes, it's called a motive.
I know what it's called. What I'm getting at is that there was one case where someone murdered what appeared to be their doppelganger because she was convinced that she would kill her if she didn't get her first.
Well, it sounds like she was experiencing psychosis.
She was, but that's not the point. I'm just saying, if your theory is correct about our woman unsub having lost a child once, it would make sense if she and her partner went after the people who looked exactly like them, or at least shared similar physical traits to kidnap their children. The Alcott boy probably looked similar to the one the female unsub lost, making them the perfect target.
Wait, are you suspecting my parents to be the unsub?
Listen, I know how insane that sounds.
No, I don't think you do. That's impossible.
Is it? Your mother is a doctor with no medical records. Weren't you the one who theorized the female unsub to be someone who had access to liquid fluothane and was knowledgeable of its biological and psychological effects?
I mean, yeah, but...
Dude, this is uncanny. Think about it.
My parents didn't even know the Alcotts. I would know.
Would you? You said your mother is a pediatrician, right? At Mary Birch? The birthing hospital? She was probably there during Finn Alcott's birth. That's how she found the victims.
Enough, this is ridiculous. You're accusing my parents of kidnapping and murdering a 2-year-old boy.
It makes sense.
No, it doesn't!
Tristan, I respect you so much. Trust me on that. But throughout this whole case, I've noticed that you have zero self-perspective.
What's that supposed to mean?
It definitely has to do with you being on the spectrum, but you are incapable of self-reflection. And it wouldn't be out of character for you to ignore evidence because you don't think it's plausible. Let's face it, your childhood was weird. You basically lived off the grid until you were 7. Did you even go to school? Do you have school records?
I was homeschooled.
Did you go outside at all?
Well, I was always more of a bookish kid.
Tristan, I think your parents tried to keep you off the grid until the Alcott case got cold. Your parents were laying low.
Oh my god.
Tristan.
Oh my god, my parents are...
Hey, it's okay. We can figure this out together.
What is there to figure out? We could call the police and put them in custody. This is all circumstantial evidence based off of my theory.
Well, your theories have never proven to be wrong.
That doesn't matter. Not to the courts. We need hard, tangible evidence. Maybe a written record or confession or something.
Hey, man, breathe. This will all work out.
My parents are murderers, Andy.
Well, yes, but...
How did I never notice? How did I never question anything?
Well, why would you? It's only natural for a kid to trust their parents.
What do I do? Confront them? Go to dinner and pretend I know nothing?
Well, if you do, you won't be alone. I'll be there with you.
How could I let this happen?
Tristan, you were like 2 years old at the time. How could you have done anything?
I could have. Wait.
Tristan pulls himself together and turns to Andy.
What did you just say?
How could you have done anything?
No, before that.
You were only 2 years old.
Oh my god. I was only 2 years old.
What have you found?
Finn Alcott was 2 years old when he was kidnapped. I was 2 years old when the case happened.
You don't think...
The body of Finn Alcott was never found. Only the pajamas he was wearing to bed were found in the back alley of the apartment complex.
Do you think it's possible?
Am I Finn Alcott?
Exterior, the Doyle residence. Night. Tristan and Andy have arrived at the Doyle residence. There is a foreboding sense of unease surrounding the whole house. It looks like a perfectly normal suburban household, which adds to the suspicious air of the house.
Do we go in?
Do you want to?
Not really.
Me neither.
I don't sound like the president.
A woman, Euphemia Doyle, is in the kitchen. She hears the door open and rushes to greet her son. She sees he is not alone.
Oh, Finn! You didn't tell me you were bringing visitors.
What?
Oh, well, it's obvious, you know? You've never come into this house still in uniform. You've always had that whole thing about separating work and family. It seems those lines have blurred now, huh?
Yes, they have.
Charles, they're here. Come to the table, please.
Coming, dear.
Charles enters, kisses Euphemia on the neck and on the cheek, and moves to sit at the table. Before he does, he hugs Tristan tight. Tristan does not hug back. Charles unfolds the morning paper and begins to read. They're the picture of normality, but there are sinister undertones.
Hey, son, who's your friend?
I don't know if I should.
Oh, come on, Finn. It's the first time you've ever brought over a friend, and we want to meet
But
him.
whose fault is that?
My name is none of your business.
So, Andrew, was it? Andrew West?
How did you?
Oh, Charles! Sorry, dear. He truly does ruin all the fun. Please, continue.
This is redundant, Mother. Father, you know why we're here.
Oh, of course we knew. We knew since you became an investigator that you would find out one day. You were always just so smart. But that's okay. We've planned for this from the start.
He places a hand on the table and Charles sets the paper down and reaches over and covers hers with his own.
What do you mean plan for this from the start?
Finn, thanks to you, we were parents again.
And for that, we thank you. I thank you.
Euphemia gets up from her place at the table and travels behind Tristan. She gives him a loving hug and lingering kiss on his head. This feels like a goodbye.
I don't think you two understand the consequences of this.
Euphemia reaches into the drawer behind Tristan. She hides what she holds. Slowly and decisively, she sets the gun on the dining table close to her husband.
We understand plenty, son.
Tristan and Andy stare in shock at the weapon on the table.
What?
Euphemia makes her way back to her seat. Far off sirens are heard.
And there's the man of the hour.
Roger's almost here, dear. It's time.
Time for what?
Picking up the gun.
Here's what's gonna happen, son.
Charles walks behind Tristan and Andy. He leans over Tristan's form, touches his shoulder. Tristan flinches and says into his ear,
You're gonna tell them, Roger, to wait outside.
Tristan doesn't move and Charles loses his patience. He raises his gun to point at Andy's head.
Now.
Tristan looks at Andy. Andy is terrified. There is a tense moment as Tristan pulls a hand to his ear.
Hold.
What? Kid?
I said hold.
God, okay. Kid, we're right outside. Don't you die in there.
Stroking the gun down Andy's face from his temple to his cheek, to Tristan.
Good boy.
Now, Charles, it's time. I'm ready. We do love you, Finn. You know that, right? Everything we did, everything we do is for you. You know that, right?
You're delusional. You're experiencing psychosis. This doesn't have to end in blood. I can help you.
Don't talk to your mother like that, boy. Show some respect.
Charles goes to Euphemia, standing behind her. He raises the gun to the back of her head, and she smiles at Tristan.
Oh my God. Dad, you don't have to.
Charles leans down, kissing Euphemia's head. Her smile widens.
Till death do we part, love.
Till death.
It always ends in blood.
Charles pulls the trigger, and he tackles Tristan out of his seat to stop him from getting hit. Euphemia is dead. She slumps across the table before landing on the floor. Tristan sees her and hyperventilates. Beat for him to process. He crawls towards her frantically.
Oh my God, Mom! Mom! Oh my God! What did you do? What did you do?
Tristan breaks down. Andy's in shock.
What I had to.
Mom! Oh God, Mom, I love you. I love you too.
He presses a kiss to her forehead, mumbling his words through the lips pressed to her. He's frantic and in medical shock, mumbling nonsense.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you too.
Tristan is no longer able to form words. Charles raises the gun to his own head as he stares at his son and wife. He's about to pull the trigger before Andy tackles him. Andy wrestles the gun from his grip as Roger and police in tactical gear enter, slowly turn Charles over and arrest him. Charles is struggling and resisting the whole way, wishing to reunite with his partner. Tristan is still crumpled over the kidnapper he calls his mother. Andy walks over to Tristan's crumpled form, drops to the floor in silence, and hugs him. Tristan crumples into Andy's arms and hugs him back fiercely, covered in the blood of the only mother he's ever known. Tristan sways, sobbing. Andy starts to cry. Lights go down on the stage, police sirens, special effects, and red and blue lights fill the stage.
Okay, so hi, my name is Sophie Fudge, and I am the writer and director of this play. I wrote it in my tech theater class this past semester, and it's really been kind of a joy to produce it over these past few months. So this play tells the story of an unhealthy relationship and the inescapable nature that they can sometimes have. So as JT mentioned in the beginning, you will be seeing a staged reading of this play, so the actors will have their scripts. So just don't be shocked. I really want to thank all my friends on stage, backstage, and in the audience who have really supported me during this process. And just so you know, this play does include suggestions of domestic abuse, so if that makes you uncomfortable, feel free to step out. So thank you all for coming and enjoy.
I really like the chicken. Everything looks just about perfect. He'll be here soon. I should put this away. I just want everything to be perfect for him. Can't be that hard, right? He's here. Hi, Frankie.
Looks great, Mary.
So, how was work, Frankie?
You know, it's torture for me. This guy's pushing all my buttons. I feel like just an absolute failure, and they still treat me like I'm the new kid at school.
That's awful, Frank. I mean, is there anything I could do? I could talk to him for you.
Please, Mary. I might as well my mother come in and talk to him. What do you know about any of this stuff?
Oh, of course.
Why is this so hot?
Oh dear, are you okay?
No, your chicken burned my tongue.
Oh Lord, it can't be that bad, Frank. Just try to calm down.
Calm down? I can't calm down. My mouth is practically burned up right now.
Please.
You can't get one dinner right. Is that it? What the hell are you even good for?
Really should make sure the chicken's ready before I serve it. My mother didn't raise me like that.
Looks great, Mary.
Thank you. So, my mother called.
Miriam, can I please have one night of peace? There's nothing I would like less right now than to talk about your mother.
All right. It's just that she would really like for us to go and visit
Miriam!
her.
Mary?
Is everything okay, dear?
I don't know. Can you tell me why the hell there's a giant crack in this plate?
It's not my fault. I swear. I mean, you know, I was washing the sink and sometimes they just slip away from you. I don't know. Would you please just let it go, please?
Miriam, this is our wedding china. My parents spent a lot of money on this.
It'll be okay, Frank. I mean, we've got a million more.
This is my property. washing this dishes, Miriam. Wouldn't want to scratch another. Night.
Frank,
Yes, dear?
I just wanted to say that I can't take this anymore.
What?
I can't take this anymore. The nitpicking, the blaming. You don't take me seriously.
I cannot believe what I'm hearing. What's wrong with you? I give you everything. I work all day, killing myself so that you can have this life, and this is what I get? The constant nagging, the ungratefulness? You can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. Would it kill you to do one thing for me? One nice thing after I do everything for you?
You don't do everything for me. Maybe you do. I don't know. Either way, I'm sick of being treated like a child. Did it ever occur to you that maybe I don't want to be treated like a child?
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And that's what you are. After all these years, dumb, entitled, and useless.
And you're still a no-good, useless deadbeat like my mother always said.
Take care of washing those dishes, Miriam. Wouldn't want to scratch another. Night.
Frank,
Yes, dear?
good night.
Maybe I'm the only person in the world. Maybe the reason no one's looked at me yet is because of all the real things here. The only not real thing is me. Maybe I'm not really here. Maybe you're not really here. Maybe I'm saying all this and what? For ghosts? Not even a ghost would want to listen to me. So then I'll be a harlequin, for it's what I've always been. And if I'm not real, then it doesn't matter much what I do or don't do anyway. I'm dying. I'm dying! I can never be real.
Come celebrate, catch your bread, buy bread. Come catch your bread, fresh, fresh, fresh. Fresh bread, buy bread, I'm selling broke bread. I'm selling broke bread. Sourdough, clownfish, kitty did, broke bread. Sourdough, clownfish, kitty did, broke bread. Bread. In nomine Patri et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Come on, my bread! Blessed and broken. Buy bread, blessed. Buy bread, broken. Buy bread, burn the bread. Fresh.
Maybe today someone will laugh at me. Oh, I hope someone laughs at me.
You scoundrel, sinner! You stole my bread! Filled in the earth, scum of heaven!
I am my own lord and my own master. You are but a thief at the gates. Liar, I am my own god and you are a liar.
You sinner! You've stolen my divinity!
What this? This to your divinity.
wake up anyway.
Hello? Are you alright? What? How can you see me? I'm a ghost. How can you see me? Do I exist? Am I real? Am I real and actual?
Seems like it. Are you alright?
It seems. Or else I'm simply talking to another like me. Another ghost. Though I don't suppose that makes much sense.
What's your name?
I suppose I'm a harlequin?
Where do you come from, Harlequin? Who brought you here? Where do you go home to?
Home? I sleep here. I think I will die here.
Here. There is hope for rebirth.
Yes, here. You see the space between the sidewalk and the street? It's cold, comfortable, and damp. I'm a harlequin. I sleep here. I always wake up, so it can't be all that bad.
Do you have... Who brought you here? There is hope for rebirth.
I can't remember anything. But oh, if I'm really here, then I'm supposed to make you laugh, but you aren't laughing. Are you a harlequin too?
No, I'm not. I'm a kid. I'm a creature of the fields and rivers and corners under machinery. My job, as you put it, is to run and weep and love. Do you remember anything from before you came here? There is hope for rebirth.
I don't remember. I can't remember. I can't remember how I got here. I think I'm a ghost. I think you're a ghost. There's no other explanation for you being here. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust and a ghost talking to a ghost. Go on then, leave. I released you.
No, please.
I tried to join theater troops, you know. I'm supposed to be funny. I'm supposed to make you laugh. This is funny, kid. You should be laughing. You should be laughing. And I should be making you laugh. But I can't and you aren't. So who's really failing here? I'm a harlequin. This is what I do. It's not you do, is it? Pity, pity, pity. And you still aren't laughing. And that's not even the worst thing. No, that's not the worst thing. I know I'm real. Of course I know. Yet somehow it's you who comes here and makes me feel not real. It's you who comes here and makes me beg. It was easier when no one looked at me. I didn't have to pretend for anyone. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I can't bear to ask of you. I can't bear to ask you to look at me.
You know, you've not asked me.
Should I have to?
Do you want me to go?
If you see me, then say what I am. Do it. Don't lie to me about it. Do it. I can. Say it then. Say it and be done with it. Say what I am. No. 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 I have to go.
I'll see you in the morning.
I always wake up. You know this. May I hope so?
party's still the same. There's a lullaby for suffering and a paradox to blame.
Harlequin, you survived the night.
I always do.
I want to help you.
I don't need your help.
I want to help you.
I don't want you to.
I want to help you.
Who are you anyway?
I'm the water and you are the bread. Now do you believe me?
Isn't it the other way around?
I have at least one fish in me and you do not.
Is that true?
Ask the bread seller, or the fishmonger, rather.
I don't trust a man who sells bread and smells of linen.
I don't trust a man who sells linen and smells of bread.
I don't trust any man.
I don't trust you.
You shouldn't.
Who says?
I say.
And how do I know I can trust you?
I just said you shouldn't.
So do I trust you when you say it or don't I? What are you telling me?
That I am nothing! I am nothing to no one and you do well to leave!
I refuse.
So what? I could make you.
Look at you. You couldn't.
I could.
You couldn't.
You're my only friend.
Could you call it that?
Sure I can. Who's stopping me?
No one, I guess. You're my friend too.
It's not the same.
I'll bring you bread.
Do I even know you?
I just wanted to say. I'm sure someone will laugh at me. I can be good, I'm sure. I can be good. I can be good, so I can be loved. I can be good, and someone will laugh at me. I know I can be good, I know I can be good. I'll be better, I promise. I'll be better. I'll be better, and I'll be good. And then you can laugh at me, and then I'll know you love me. I will be better.
Ha! You think you are good.
before him. Hosanna. And you think you are good.
What can I do? How can I be good?
Here. Cover yourself. You are not fit to look at. You are encrusted with your sin. It is the dust of the earth, the stink of the street.
How can I be better?
You can never be. You can only play at holiness.
I don't want to be holy. I want to be good.
The holiness I seek is the only good there is. It is truth, and it is the only truth. Cover yourself. You are not fit to look at. How dare you want to be good? There is one way to be good, and it is mine. Filth. Liar. You tempt me. Leave here.
Leave yourself. I live here.
My duty is to cleanse the streets. Go.
Where?
You can be holy.
I don't want to be holy.
You can be holy.
I want to be good.
You can be good, but it will make you holy.
I don't want to be holy. I just want to be good. Can't I be both?
Why would you want to?
Can't I be both?
It will make you holy.
I don't want to be holy.
You will never be holy.
Can't I be good?
To be good, you must be holy.
Can't I just be good?
To be loved, you must be good.
Can't I be good? And if I'm never good?
Salvation, salvation, salvation. Salvation and fresh bread. Salvation and fresh bread. Clean fresh bread. Clean fresh bread. Pure and holy barn wrap, pure and holy side, pure and holy taftan yalivanochkan rye. Pure and Benedict, pure and Benedict, Benedict, blessed, pure and Benedict, Benedict, blessed. Babka, blessed, Ingome, blessed, Panle Salvirote, blessed, blessed. What else is there? Come on, people. What is there? There's Shakti, blessed, Gitivi, blessed, Wonder Bread, blessed!
And if I'm never good?
Then you cannot be holy.
And if I am never holy?
Then you are damned.
And if I am damned?
Then you are not good.
And if I am not good?
Then you
are not good.
And if I am not good?
Then you are unlovable. And if I am not holy?
Of course you are holy.
And if I am not good?
Of course you are good.
And why do you sell bread?
It's what I've always done.
And why do you steal it?
It's how I was raised.
Fresh bread, fresh bread, fresh bread. Bread for the Lord, make bread for the Lord. Soup for the Lord, make soup for the Lord. Holy, 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 holy bread. Holy soup, holy water into fish, into bread. Into bread, 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 bread. And it's all for the Lord. Bake bread for the Lord, all for the Lord. For the Lord in salvation, 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 salvation in bread.
Forgive me, you have tricked me, forgive me my impurities. You are pure, it is disgusting. Prophets, 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 prophets,
Prophets, prophets, prophets, prophets, prophets, prophets, prophets, prophets, prophets, prophets, prophets. Ah!
You smell like linen. You smell like bread. Let us go into this paradise together. Let us go then.
Oh my gosh. There won't be more price shortage.
She good?
All right. Yeah. All right, everybody. Oh, Mike? I don't know what you're talking. I don't know. Yeah. Can I? Shh. Backstage, quiet.
So true.
So true. Hold on. Okay. All right. Thank you all for coming. Now we have our bows. So, can Of Suburbia Sediment, otherwise known as OSS, please come on out? Yep, there we go. Since August, working on these. Our hearts and souls have gone into them. So I want to thank, the rest of the directors, JT for giving us the opportunity to write the 10-minute plays. Which then kind of translated into 15 minutes to 45? Yeah, 45. So thank you all for coming, most importantly. importantly to the parents who had to sit through either wait longer hours for rehearsals or I know in my instance let me eat in my room so that I could finish writing and finish like directing and doing stuff. So thank you all so much for coming, to the parents, to the friends, to the family. Thank you all for coming and enjoy the bread.